before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch him now, Barney.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. 20! Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Myles Garrett in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. He's going to let it go deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Detroit!
Following the interception, Mayfield. Now he'll escape to his right, and his throw is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Gone! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And that's the big fella's M.O. right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gauton.
56. Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield now on second down. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Got it open man. He completes it to Callaway. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And his throw here is incomplete.
I can put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Over, 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 over.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well. And it'll be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
It's a good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. Going underneath for Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So the incompletion, and now it's second and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Play action, it's Rudolph. Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. The Chargers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Flushed out right. And he's going to find a man, Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back to 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Third and long, it's Rudolph. Hunter Henry brings it in. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
First down, Mayfield. And he finds a man on a crossing route. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. Past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, LA. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield going up top. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 43 yards. Mayfield on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Rudolph on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Now he'll escape to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And the pressure gets to him again. Larry Ogunjobi. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. He's going to field this at the 4. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Rudolph. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rudolph. Buying time to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before the break, Rudolph. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen as time expires in the first half. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. So it's on to halftime in this AFC division. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku from 10 yards out. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Over! Gone!
And the blitz does come. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Browns. 46 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Mayfield looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
To throw, Mayfield under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Corey Legion getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
All right, here we go.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Spins by. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Flush to his right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third.
No. Check. Patriot.
Here's Rudolph off play action. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Larry Ogunjobi. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Leopard.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Going underneath for Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Watch him now, Barney.
Rudolph now to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And Bryant's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because
this quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle him almost on the spot, then he's have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Mayfield now from the 50. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun!
First down, Mayfield. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Mayfield. And an alley to run. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. He had gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Rudolph following the fumble recovery. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. Oh, look at that. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. He's going to let it go again. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. On 2nd and 10, Rudolph dancing to his left. And he comes back with one complete. Oh, some strong running. How did he stay on his feet? And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Agba able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Did your high school have that saying, push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter whether we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last snap of the ball.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Duke Johnson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are back within a score. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, and partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty.
Watch it now, Barney.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Chargers on 3rd down. A very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.
thicker the pie, thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Beat him a bite, now listen no beamer, I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way and I'm way up and made it. The is mad, man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Why I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin, how the cutie. I don't give a, tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for a doubt, she don't give a she was in her bag, Fendi and some lane, asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' do that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the beef, one of them all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow joke, kill mo, run it up, keep clean, never let them touch, fits like temper, tantrums, girl come back that, all in the club, and bring out your girlfriends, girl, I've been up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist, she was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay, we blade thicker than a snigger bag, talking about she don't come with no baggage, y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running. Baby, never feeling stressed. Car moving through. Bag, baby.